inside Devon Park, the legendary Devon Park in Oklahoma City. Scoreless so far as we head to the bottom of the first. Michigan is 3-0 here in Oklahoma City. And really seeing a lot of balance throughout their entire order. We talked about the clutch hitting of Ella Stevenson, but Maddie Erickson also a huge hit, giving her team some extra insurance runs, a 2 RBI triple in their last win over this Wisconsin team. And in the circle for the Badgers is Jordan Felche, a 6'1" freshman from Staten Island.
Yeah, Felche's the only lefty on the staff. You can see not a lot of stats, just the 7 innings pitched, but they use her occasionally, low to mid-60s. She's got a heavy drop and an effective change, but curve drop as well. Really strong against lefty hitters, and something that Coach Healy had said in speaking with us that she might use against Michigan, knowing that Michigan has a lot of lefty hitters, felt like it was a good matchup.
The speedster Indiana Langford starting things out for the Wolverines. You talk about Jordan Felche in the circle today, getting the start. Coach Yvette Healy in her 15th season telling us this week that they put a lot of emphasis on developing depth in our pitching staff. So having her as a lefty is very important, but when they went and played this Michigan team in the Big Ten tournament last year, reached the semifinals, she said, we were short on arms and we felt it. We want to be a staff that can be more matchup based and spread out those innings.
Yeah, they relied pretty heavily on one arm, Tessa Magnanimo, and she was, by the way, phenomenal. But certainly something that they're looking to spread out and utilize more, and you have to have depth of pitching. It's kind of the nature of the way this sport is going. The stronger the hitters get, the more you need, especially the way we're seeing scores these days, Sloan, that you need to have a lot of pitchers, a lot of ability to change, even if it's one time through the lineup, and then switch pitchers. That might be your way to success. Plan to switch pitchers after one time through the lineup.
2 weeks through Big Ten softball conference play. I'm no longer surprised seeing scores 8 and beyond, to even double digits. Langford doing what she does in that leadoff spot and being a pest here to Felche.
Yeah, Langford definitely utilizes her speed a little bit more. Trying to get some hops on the ground, utilizing the hard ground to beat it out.
Ground ball picked up by Blomberg. A great play by Bark over at first to beat a speedy runner. 1 out. Bonnie Thole in her 3rd season leading the Wolverines at her alma mater, one of the all-time greats in this program's history, leading this team to a 3-0 start in Big Ten play. She said coming into this game, or the series in Oklahoma City, this is the time when teams go from good to great. We're looking at the finer points. You've gotten the coaching, but we have to find that next level of mental toughness to start off Big Ten play. They have to carry it forward. And so far, they've been delivering on that challenge.
Yeah, she was talking about the difference between little reads, being able to read the corners and drop a quick bunt, being able to get a hit and run down. Little things like that that were just quick adjustments that you did naturally. You're not waiting for somebody to tell you to do them. You're doing them naturally because it's your athleticism, your knowledge of the game, your attention to detail. And that the decision is your choice, or your attention to knowing that you have changes in your technique or you have a hole in your swing or things that you need to make adjustments, that it's your choice now to be better at it. You have the tools, you know what you need to fix, you know you need to adjust, and it's no longer a coach or a trainer or anybody telling you how to fix it, how to adjust it. You have those tools, you know it has to be done. Now it's your brain and your choice and your decision to say, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take care of it right now, and I'm going to get it done.
Another ground ball for Felci, this time fielded by Hubbard. 2 ground balls and 2 outs for the freshman.
So often there's that discussion of just making a choice to be good. And, you know, a lot of times in Michigan tradition, I know there's a conversation of good is the end game, great. And just saying that people are okay, it's settling good and having this fear of departing from the things that make you good because you're good, and then not allowing yourself to be great because of it, because you're so afraid to fail or fall away from being good, if that makes sense. So a lot of that is what Coach Slo's talking about.
3 ground ball outs there for Jordan Felci. Still scoreless here in Oklahoma City. Final game of Big Ten competition in this city. Bottom second in Oklahoma City. Seeing some peaks of sunshine. Michigan and Wisconsin squaring off our final game of Big Ten softball in OKC. Take a look at our State of Success, brought to you by State Farm. Michigan leading all Big Ten teams with its 11 Big Ten tournament championships. Won it last year for the first time since 2019. And Coach Stoll said after, you learn how to win by winning. We've gotten that lesson. This is going to elevate us moving forward. And when you look at this year's team, just 8 losses on the season, 3 of them by a single run. Things are clicking right now as they start Big Ten play, looking to go 4-0 to start. Lauren Putz at the plate. A freshman sensation. Fun to see her and Kendra Lewis in the same game. I think we're going to be seeing those two and the numbers they're putting up for a couple of years to come. But she leads this Michigan team as a freshman in every offensive category.
And not only just the freshmen, too, although we've seen, you're right, some solid freshmen. There's some sophomores even that are just really, really good. Like the future of the Big Ten seems very bright.
Oregon's already had 3 different freshmen win Freshman of the Week, as one example.
If you haven't seen Stephanie Monkey hit, watch her.
Right?
I've watched her for the last 3 years win home run derbies, an event we cover, and holy cow.
Yeah, she stepped right in.
Yeah. Yeah, she stepped right in, no doubt about it.
Ella Stevenson, a pitcher for Rutgers, already has a no-hitter under her belt. One of the ERA leaders for the Scarlet Knights as well. She's a freshman. Also from New York State, like Felci. Ellie Valamont at first base to lead off this second inning.
And Putz finds her way on because she puts the ball in play hard. Just gets her barrel on it. They have to play deep because of the power that she has, beats it out. Just her ability to connect with the pitches, that's what makes her so good.
Valamont, that throw goes over to first and then trickles into the outfield. That could have been dangerous with Putz. And the distance she got off the bag.
She was certainly challenging this defense. The ball did get away. Nothing hurt for Wisconsin.
Playing those corners in here against the catcher Valamont.
No outs here. Could be a sack bunt situation to try to get Lauren Putz in scoring position. We've seen Michigan go into sack bunt situations, sometimes lean on their bats and just go with a hit. Wisconsin, on the other hand, typically leans straight into their bats and don't often go towards a sack bunt. Hit and run on right there.
So Putz goes back to first. We have seen a lot of Bonnie Thole being aggressive with her team, especially at the beginnings of games.
Got to find a way to advance runners, be aggressive, get them 60 feet closer to home.
Alamont will swing through for a strikeout.
Beautiful pitch there on the inside corner. And this pitch is tumbling down on the inside corner underneath the barrel of Valamont. Huge out. Saw the battle between Valamont, Felci.
And now she has to face a very experienced senior hitter, former leadoff hitter for the Wolverines, and Ellie Sealer. Remember, Felci has only pitched 7 innings this season. This is her first start.
Sometimes the unknown is a big deal. When you only have a few innings under your belt, and you have a staff of pitchers for a team to scout you and evaluate you, you're probably one of the last ones that they've scouted. So the team is probably still trying to learn what you're throwing. And because of that, you might be able to get through the lineup once or twice before adjustments can truly be made.
That'll be ball 4 on 4 straight pitches. Single, strikeout, walk. And 2-1 here for Jordan Felci to try and work through with the power hitter Maddie Erickson approaching the plate.
Erickson has the power. You saw her come through. Came through yesterday with a big hit. Got herself on.
Pitching coach Mike Roberts having a word with his infield here. Experience the expanded Big Ten Conference like never before with Big Ten Plus. Stream thousands of non-televised live events across the Big Ten, plus enjoy next-day game replays for every Big Ten game. Subscribe right now at BigTenPlus.com.
I think if you're Mike Roberts and you have a young pitcher in that circle, you've got 2 runners on, and just 1 out, you really want to have a conversation. Make sure that you understand the strategy. You've got a power hitter up. Know what you can do. Make sure that their mindset is right, that they don't feel like the moment's too big. Get in there and just reset. Be prepared for the moment.
Coach Haley said of Roberts, a calming demeanor, competitive but jovial, which maybe wouldn't always describe pitching coaches that way. But maybe an important presence to have in this situation.
I love my pitching coach, Jen Breden's one of the best in the country, if not the best. I would argue she is. I would not describe her as jovial, not in that sense. Intense might be my word.
One of the best in the game, no doubt, over in Michigan's dugout still.
I'm going to change that, the best in the game.
Erickson fouling that straight back. Erickson's last at bat yesterday, a hard hit double. She tries to find that power more consistently like she did her freshman season. First team All Big Ten, 12 home runs to her name. And Felci with limited experience in the circle, trying to work out of this 2-on, 1-out jam. And goes into the dirt. The runners are going to advance. 2 now in scoring position, just 1 away. It's going to be a wild pitch.
Yeah, those are one of those unfortunate things, especially when you have a pitcher that throws low in the zone. You don't want those to get away from you. With runners on, now you have 2 scoring position, 1 with 1 out. That a sac fly is now in play, especially with a power hitter that can lift it into the outfield. You now have another opportunity on the table.
She'll chop it up the middle. Hubbard comes in, but the run will come across as she throws to first. And Michigan is going to take its first lead.
Erickson did her job there. Didn't have to be fancy. She put the ball in play. She put a ground ball in a position where the runner was able to score from third base. Again, that wild pitch helped Michigan out a little bit.
Maddie Ramey up at the plate now, just shy of 300 this season. Soft contact, right back to Felci. And she will work out of this inning, but Michigan plates a run. They lead 1-0 over Wisconsin. Another pitcher's duel here on day 4, the final day of Big Ten competition here at the home of the Women's College World Series, soon to be the home of Olympic softball competition as well for the Los Angeles Games in 2028. Michigan and Wisconsin tied up at 1 apiece. A couple substitutions. Riley Crane in at second. Kendra Lewis out to right field. And at the plate, who just made that outstanding defensive stop, Ella McVeigh.
McVeigh, obviously, based on what you saw there at shortstop, known for her defensive expertise. But obviously looking to turn the lineup around right here.
She's really known for her defense. That's what has landed her in this starting role since she walked on campus as a freshman. Someone who has a pulse on this team, what Coach Thole says, knows what the culture needs, has that calmness and perspective, the ability to reach all different players. But also, as you mentioned, plays an important role in this number 9 spot.
She did have a huge year last year in terms of numbers. Batting average really jumped big time. Really helping to contribute in a lot of ways to their success in the regular season and the tournament.
Hard hits right up the middle. Just as I was about to say, her numbers have deviated from that great junior season. She gets a leadoff single, back-to-back innings for the Wolverines with a leadoff single.
And this one just driven right back up the middle, kind of a ball that was too far over the heart of the plate. Sometimes when it falls too far over the heart of the plate, easy to drive right back up the middle. McVeigh taking advantage of that. Langford here now at the top of the lineup. Second time through, chance to make adjustments. And again, mention that there's not a lot of data on Felci. He hasn't thrown a lot of innings. So this is a chance to make the adjustments now that you've seen her. A sack bunt situation here.
And she'll be safe at first. That'll be a base hit.
Yeah, with the speed from Langford, it's kind of a sack bunt bump for a hit type situation. She's able to drop a bunt, but also try to beat it out, and that's what she does here, put some pressure. Good attempt by Blomberg to try to make a really good play. Crane kind of has to get pushed off the bag to make the catch. Kind of appeared that Langford might have beat it out anyway. 2 on for Michigan.
Pinch runner is coming in for the Wolverines. Cece Thorington. So 2 on. A lot of speed on the base paths. And then Janisa Conway, who Coach Bonnie Thole calls a freak athlete, at the plate.
The best athlete on the field on both sides, she says.
You've seen her go deep this weekend. She comes out first pitch swinging. And I wonder too, Jenny, if you're facing a pitcher who only has pitched 7 innings this season, and especially having to turn the page quickly. 2 games here in OKC against one opponent, 2 games against the next. You're not sitting and watching tape and spending all that time. You just kind of go with your own strengths. Ball gets away from Wells. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Wolverines.
And indicative of how Michigan was able to score their run the last inning. Pitch that gets past.
It's going to be the second wild pitch. And you're right, reminiscent when a wild pitch moved runners over to second and third. Sack fly came next. There's a softly hit ground ball. Charging in is Hubbard. That throw goes awry. 1 run scores. Langford comes across. Back to first is Conway. And Michigan taking advantage of these miscues to go up 3-1.
Yeah, it would have been a typical ground ball similar to the last inning where Erickson grounded. Would have been a ground out and just 1 run score.
Conway.
The throw gets wide and away.
Michigan taking it.
Janice Conway looking to take second. Gets back to first base, but 2 runs are able to score on that overthrow. You can be aggressive, put the ball in play, put pressure on defense. Sometimes that's all you have to do. Force the defense to work.
This is a Wisconsin defense, Jenny, that had 3 errors in game 1 at this field, 5 errors yesterday against this Michigan team. And looks like Molly Jacobson is going to come into relief the 3rd time here in OKC. It's going to be officially scored a base hit, and then an error on the throw moves the runners. And E6.
And Jacobson's come in to pitch and had some success, really shutting down a lot of offenses.
Pitching change for Wisconsin. Taking over the Circle 17, Molly
Jacobson this season in 55 2/3 innings, 3.65 ERA, but she's been strong here in her last couple of outings at Devon Park.
Yeah, we've seen her do a good job in relief so far. Low to mid 60s. She throws a curve and a rise and throws to contact, which means she uses a lot of her defense. Just wants to get some miss hits, some ground balls, pop flies. Have her defense do the job, do the trick. Obviously want to reduce errors, reduce those throwing errors, and keep runners off base. I think a good job by Felci to get 1 time through the lineup. That's ultimately what I was kind of expecting, was to see how long Felci could go. I think she did a good job one time through the lineup. Switch it up, find a way to get Michigan to take time to adjust for Jacobson. If that's one time through the lineup, put a different pitcher in. Sometimes that's what it takes.
So Alice Stevenson comes up with a runner on first. It's Janisa Conway, who's also fantastic on the base paths. And then you have Alice Stevenson, who's had 2 incredibly clutch run-scoring swings this weekend in OKC.
How about Stevenson, who's been so good and so clutch in situations, still looking to square a no-out situation, runner on first, still a sack bunt scenario. Why not? Use all your tools in your toolbox. Think about what the best situation is to keep moving runners around.
Drops down the bunt. Conway over to second.
Foul ball called.
Oh, was a foul ball. So Stevenson coming right back.
Bunt came down. Hit Stevenson on the toe in the box, so foul ball's called. Had she been out of the box, or any part of her out of the box, she would have been out on that.
Wells behind the plate. She looked over at first. You know, she has Conway over there, one of the best in the Big Ten at throwing runners out. Has done it 8 times this season. 3rd in the Big Ten. She's gonna throw it down using her cannon. She's safe though. Conway underneath the tag and works herself into scoring position.
That slide from Conway. Next level slide here. She's going on the pitch. But this throw beat her. The slide by. Perfection right there.
Coach Healy says Wells throws 70 overhand. She's got a cannon of an arm.
And she's got a bullet. Again, I think that throw beat her there. The tag was good. It was just that the slide was superior. Away from the tag and ultimately safe.
Another example of how Michigan, just crafty, advancing runners, manufacturing runs. We've seen it all weekend. Hubbard will make the stop, throw over to first. Conway taking off to third, and she's out. Heads up defensive play by the Badgers.
The slide not good enough that time. Tag on from Blomberg. But it looks like the challenge is on.
The previous play is under further review.
You can see it here. Ooh, I don't know if I saw the tag there or not. Obviously, third base umpire Gil Zayas has the best angle. I don't know. I think I saw that sliding mitt in there first. There will be a review on the call.
Each coach gets 2 challenges. The crew looking for indisputable video evidence. And I'm with you, Jenny. There might be a chance she's safe.
Seemed to me, I mean, third base umpire had a much better angle than we did. But it seemed to me that that little sliding mitt kind of grabbed that bag before that glove made it over there. Right there. It was bang, bang. Coach Stoll's arm's a little bit in the way there. So the question is, does that flexion of that glove, in the opinion of the third base umpire, touch before that glove hits the base. It has to be indisputable evidence. Like you said, the call on the field is out. Keep in mind the call at first base is out too, so there is one out for sure. The out at third base is also out, so technically 2 outs. So there will be 1 out for sure. Possibly 2.
Should have an answer here shortly. And it is upheld. Conway out at third, bases empty for the freshman Lauren Putz at the plate.
Yeah, I think from that angle, it was just hard to overturn that. I'm not sure that there was enough to say that it was clearly shown one way or another.
Putz homered in her very first game here at the home of USA Softball. Single in her first at-bat, but a little bit quieter in between. Still hitting .418 this season.
And for somebody that's as powerful as she is, when she doesn't show the power, it seems like everything's quiet. But we've talked a lot about just the discipline that she has. She's gone 3-0 on a count. Green light to swing at the next pitch and drives it in the outfield. Just some of the things that seem next level about her, even though she's a freshman, doesn't seem very freshman-like.
That's going to be one of the moments I remember as she goes on through this season. As we see her develop. Takes this one into foul territory and out of the reach of Lewis.
I was gonna say, Coach Thole talked a lot about her, just she was an early commit, and sometimes when you have early commits, you don't know how much better they're gonna get, and that she just continually got better and better and better and stuck to that commitment of wanting to continue her craft.
Someone who came to Ann Arbor, even as young as she is, with that college-ready body to go. Her strength as well. That leads to her having one of the highest exit velocities on the team. She makes contacts, and that will be foul. Still a 2-strike count, though, on Putz. Her team leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the third. And she'll foul it off again.
Just out in front a little bit. Enough to foul it off, but not sitting back on some of the speed here. A lot of changeups here, and why not? Because if you have somebody that has some power as a pitcher, you want to change up the speeds as much as you can, and Jacobson's doing that well. Mixing it up enough to keep Putz off balance.
And works it to a full count. Just a mature at-bat.
Absolutely. Can't get into that rhythm of always fouling off, fouling off, fouling off. You got to find the pitch, look for the pitch. It's not a strike, don't swing.
10th pitch of this at-bat, and it is tattooed to the outfield and gone. Believe it or not, she's a freshman hitting a home run in the Cathedral of softball.
And that's what we talk about, being the veteran that she is as a freshman, that she just, for whatever reason, has that veteran feel of knowing what it takes to be balanced, to wait for her pitch, to work the count, not get stuck in this rhythm of swinging at pitches that aren't strikes. And then when she waits for that full count, finds her pitch and delivers it, sits back and drives it over that fence. She doesn't get too excited. She doesn't overdo it. She just takes a great hack at it and delivers it over the fence. Outstanding job. Fun to watch.
10th home run this season. I'm going to remember that base hit swinging 3-0. I'm going to remember that too for the kind of season it looks like Lauren Putz is ready to put together in Big Ten play.
Well, it'll be interesting to me to see how these Big Ten teams choose to pitch her as she gets, I'm going to call it exposed, because she's going to get scouted. And right now she's a freshman and people are going to learn who she is and what she can do, because the more they see what she's capable of, the more they're going to want to be careful about how they throw her. But right now, her capabilities seem so strong. She just seems to be balanced in a lot of cases. I'm very interested to see how the scouting report will change the approach to her at bats.
The home run ball, her second here in Oklahoma City. And she hopes she gets to do that in June, one of these years at least, as Jacobson will close out the inning, surrenders a solo home run to the freshman sensation Lauren Putz. It is 4-1 Wolverines. Bottom of the fourth, 4-1 lead for Michigan over Wisconsin. We're joined by Badgers head coach Yvette Healy. Coach, the last couple of innings you threaten, get multiple runners on base. What are you telling your hitters in the dugout before they step to the plate to try and break through?
Yeah, I mean, they're close. I like the fight that we've got. We're putting good balls and play hard. I think it's just, you just keep knocking on the door. When you're playing a great team like Michigan, you just keep pounding away, and it's going to be a great game, straight through all 7 innings.
Defensively, you're keeping the offense at bay as much as you can. You made a change in the circle with Molly Jacobson. What do you want to see from her?
She's spinning it. She's spinning it, and I love that. But, Jordan Felchi did a great job in the start for a freshman out there and a lefty. That was pretty exciting. So she was facing some seriously good lefty hitters, and very proud of what we got to see from her, too.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, that can't be overlooked. But Jordan Felchi coming in her first start, does it against a very solid Michigan team. Great lefty batters, as Coach Healy pointed out. But now time for Molly Jacobson. They hope to keep this score at bay.